Hello and welcome to this sleep time meditation. Let yourself be taken away on a winter journey of wonder, a story of letting go of the constraints that society places on all of us as adults, to be taken back to being a child. In this meditation, you will be reintroduced to happier, more easygoing times of imagination, and imagination is what I would like you to use whilst listening to this meditation. So, let go of everything in this moment. Let go of conformity. Let your own images take over as you begin your journey. You can listen to this meditation before or as you sleep. Please make sure that the area you lay in is comfortable and that you are ready to listen to this wondrous journey of self-discovery. Laying still in the comfort of your own space of peace, quietness and rest. Rest your eyes by gently closing them. Transcend your muscles into a free and loose state. Just by noticing where on your body that there may be tension, you can allow for a gentle adjustment of looseness. Allow your head to rest back and your neck to release the weight of the day by softly melting downwards, perfectly loosening those muscles, tendons and joints towards your shoulders. Like another weight being lifted, the tops of your arms and your shoulders release. The feeling of being lighter comes to your top half as your mind begins to become more quiet. Your elbows unlock even more tranquil sensations of peace in your forearms, down to your wrists. Each wrist is in sync as your arms begin to feel the heavier and more relaxed, free state, with the beginnings of a more silent environment in your mind, where you can just enjoy every sensation of peace. Your hands rest down from the soothing relaxation of your wrists unlocking. As relief comes to your mind as you relax more, your chest and abdomen become softer with each and every breath of comfort that you experience. As your mind responds to that relief, you become more calm. Your heartbeat slows down to a soothing resting beat, with no need to think about anything right now. Your back accepts the gift of every soft, releasing muscle as it slowly relaxes down itself. Your hips feel the need to let go now, as the joint that holds your legs and hips frees the muscles in your thighs. softly and gently relaxing down more and more. You become more calm and more relaxed. Every cell in your thighs tingle with a soothing sensation that allows your eyes to become heavier and your mind now allowed to appreciate every relaxing moment. With your knees now feeling that peaceful sensation, they unlock slowly, softly lowering your shins and calf muscles downwards more and more. As your mind becomes more peaceful, your jaw melts. Perhaps now your breathing has become deeper with freedom. Every soothing and relieving breath relaxes all the muscles down to your ankles, where you will now find your feet untensing into a warm, heavy sensation, bringing even more tranquil feelings of a deep relaxation to your mind. Every toe now tingling as you automatically breathe in the soft tranquility of your own peaceful moment. Everything now a little more silent, a little more relaxed. As you continue to relax down, your mind wanders through a safe, dark tunnel, where you begin to lose the feeling in your body. The tunnel you travel down safely transports your consciousness to a place where now your mind feels every sensation. You are warm, safe, and very calm. With everything a little quieter now, the sound of a calming open fire can be heard as you transcend more down this peaceful tunnel in your mind. Every muscle now relaxed, and the sound of every crackle of the soothing fire only rests your mind and body down more, softly and gently relaxing down, further and further. Only the smell of slowly burning wood from the fire lulls you more into a relaxed state that can't be touched. Down the tunnel of relaxation and imagination you travel, into a daydream or dream state. At the end of this tunnel, you see a dim light, circular in shape, that is surrounded by a soft haze. As you get closer to this light, shapes and silhouettes of objects can be seen. Travelling slowly through to the end, your consciousness senses your own lucid body. As you float along, you begin to feel a cool draft on your lucid hands, and now hear a crunch of footsteps. Below, you see your own lucid legs and feet walking softly in the direction of the light you see before you. Your feet are now walking amongst the snow that now surrounds you. With every relaxing crunch of snow below your feet, you breathe in a cooler mix of air and oxygen as you make your way. Every inhalation brings a new energy to your lungs, an excitement, an awakening. And on every outward exhalation, you can see before you any tension breathed out as a fog from the condensation of your release. Relaxing more and more now as you begin to see a scene as you exit this tunnel. In front of you are hills as far as the eye can see, covered with snow. It is night time, and the moon shines a clear sky of diamond stars that twinkle like a pincushion above. Not a cloud can be seen in the blue and black curtain of night as you slowly walk onwards. Only one thatched cottage is in sight and all around, surrounded by fields upon fields, and gated with a white picket fence. Above the chimney of this cottage, grey smoke from a burning open fire lingers in the clean, crisp air, giving you that warm, homely feeling inside. Your heart senses a warmness around your chest area, of contentedness and peace in this moment. Walking now towards this cottage, only one light is on, a porch light that invites you closer. Walking onwards, you hear the hoot of owls in the distance, which you find quite peaceful, along with the crunch of snow beneath your feet. Making it to the garden gate of this serene cottage, you release the latch and walk on through. The snow that covers the ground is powdered all the way up to the front door. To one side of the garden, you see a glimmering rockery with a frozen waterfall that stands still in the midst of time. A huge pine tree clumped and heavily carrying the weight of 1,000,000 snowflakes. There is a star on top of this tree, and lights that encircle its circumference. Lighting the cottage and garden, this tree shines like a beautiful and positive beacon to the wildlife around. Every now and then you see the odd rabbit peering in through the slats of the white picket fence, in wonder at what it's all about. On the other side of the garden is a pair of ice skates, a shovel, and a sleigh. There are no footprints anywhere, except the ones you yourself leave behind. Walking up to the front door, you turn the handle and somehow know this place is just for you. As you walk in, you are greeted by a solid wooden and very commanding grandfather clock, which stands on a polished, wooden hallway. The house is decorated with lights, garlands and various other Christmas-themed objects, done with style, warmth and fun. The clock hands are telling you it is now 25 minutes to midnight, and as you look around, you see a calendar on the wall, which indicates that it is now Christmas Eve. Into a warm living space room, you see a gently burning open fire, with logs that look like they could last the night. You warm yourself up against the fire, relaxing more as you take in this wondrous place. There is a Christmas tree in this room that has been decorated with snowflakes, baubles, and lights. The star on top glows silently, as if generating peace upon you. Under the tree is a train that encircles the trunk, which is set on a track with a snowman, a few toy people, and a station. You smile as you watch the circular movement of the train. Christmas seems to be peacefully animated in this room. Your attention is now taken to the snowman that stands by the train track. Remembering what it felt like to build a snowman yourself, you peer out through the frosty windows as the snow outside begins to fall. You think to yourself that it would be nice to make a snowman. You decide it would only add to everything Christmas that surrounds you right now. Outside you go, closing the door behind you to keep the heat in. You walk on to the crisp new layer of snow that has fallen whilst you were inside. As it snows, you prepare to build your snowman. Crunching the white fluffy ice in both hands, you make a snowball. Placing the snowball on the ground, you begin to roll this ice ball along. With each revolution, the snowball begins to grow. Rolling the ball around the garden, with a smile on your face as you see your efforts accumulate, you decide that the giant ball of snow is now big enough as a body for your snowman. You place your snowman's body in a safe place, in the middle of the grassy area where the grass blades can just be made out, and begin rolling a new ball of snow. This new ball is for your snowman's head. Being smaller, it doesn't take much time to get the desired size that you want for his head. You pick up this smaller ball and place it on top of the body. Now it has a head and a body. You smile contently as you look your bare snowman up and down. You hear a scuffle of feet. A horse from the other side of the fence has brought a twig in its teeth and drops it to the ground. Looking at you in anticipation, you pick up the twig and surmise that this wooden branch could be one of your snowman's arms. You place it around the right way and insert it into the body. Looking around yet again for another arm, a deer curiously approaches the edge of the white picket fence. Its breath can be seen in the white glow of the moon above, as it hangs its head over the fence to drop another similar-sized branch. Your eyebrows raise in astonishment as you begin to comprehend what is happening. Walking over to the dropped twig, the hoots of owls become louder, and there now seems to be a menagerie of wildlife watching your every move. You pick up the twig, thanking the deer as you do, and take it back to your snowman, where you now give him his other arm. The twigs now look like they are proper arms, with bends in the right places, and at the end forks into what looks like fingers. Now deciding on what to use for its facial features, a rabbit brings the most orange of carrots and drops it at your feet. Thanking the rabbit, you place the carrot in the center of the snowball head. Taking a step back to look at your nearly finished snowman, you see that only a pair of eyes and a mouth is needed to complete its features. Lo and behold, beneath you, 2 squirrels hop to your feet and raise some chestnuts as if giving them to you. It becomes clear that the squirrels think that the chestnuts would make a great mouth for your snowman. Taking the 5 chestnuts from the squirrels, you line them up on the snowman's head in the shape of a smile beneath the carrot nose. Before you can thank the squirrels for their help, an owl flies and descends on the white picket fence, carrying 2 buttons that it had found on its travels. The owl hoots and releases the buttons to the floor. Looking you wide-eyed, it hoots again. It dawns on you that the owl wants you to use the buttons as eyes for your snowman. Taking the buttons, you place them either side and above the carrot. Now, your snowman looks like a snowman. It has a head, face, body and arms. Satisfied and content with the result of your efforts of making a snowman, you step back, taking in this magical moment, where every animal helped to create this man of snow. From the snow-covered ground of 1,000,000 snowflakes, to the wildlife that surrounds you, and the stars that shine from the glow of the crystal-clear moon. It's like a winter picture postcard. Looking back at the cottage, where the warm open fire burns a trail of soft smoke into the sky, you realize you are a little cold from building your snowman. So, you make your way back to the cottage. Walking into the warm, you head straight for the open fire. Needing replenishment, you see that there is a pot of soup being kept warm above the fire. Taking the ladle, you pour some soup into a bowl that sits on a table next to you. There is also a loaf of fresh, golden bread on the table. Its smell is delicious, warming and inviting. Taking a couple of slices, you dip and indulge in this tasty delight. Almost wanting to lick the bowl clean, you scrape every drop of soup from the bowl with your spoon. Satisfied from this tasty snack, you place your spoon in the empty bowl. As you do, the grandfather clock in the hallway begins to chime as it arrives at midnight. It is now Christmas. Warm from being beside the fire and eating a hearty meal, you take a look around as the clock continues to chime. You can see the Christmas tree, but there are no presents underneath its sweet-smelling pine branches. As you begin to wonder what the day means to you personally, a tap can be heard from the window, then another. A pair of owl eyes look into the room and at you. As you make eye contact, the owl turns its head 180 degrees to face the opposite way. A little confused as to why the owl is tapping at the window, it taps twice more, turning its head once more the other way. Slowly walking towards the window out of intrigue, you begin to hear the wildlife outside in a playful harmony. Staring out of the window, you see the snowman that you had built has come to life. The owl hoots and flies off, landing on the shoulder of your snowman. The man of snow beckons you outside by waving. Hesitantly, you walk towards the front door and peer from the porch at what you see before your very eyes. The snowman slowly walks in your direction, pulling the sleigh behind him. Before you can say or do anything, the snowman is in front of you. Smiling, he points to the sleigh, and then you. Like a child wanting attention, he points at the sleigh, then you again, then points towards the field behind the white picket fence. In agreement and out of curiosity, you decide to sit in the sleigh, feet first, holding on to a rope handle. The snowman begins to slowly pull forwards. You feel the cool night's air on your face as a breeze is created from the momentum the snowman is building of speed. Out of the garden and into the snow-laden field, faster and faster, the snowman pulls your sleigh. The wildlife that helped to create this magical man follow behind. The owl flying above, the rabbits hopping along, the deer skipping, the squirrels scurrying, and the horse galloping. You smile a refreshing smile of enjoyment as you begin to feel one with everything around, your whole body tingling with excitement. Holding on tighter, the snowman turns and smiles at you, his face beaming and yours lighting up. The light from the outside Christmas tree shines brighter, like a lighthouse, lighting up the entire field with colour. The snowman brings you to the top of a hill and stops, only for a second. He gives his childish grin as he turns to you. Knowing what he is about to do, you prepare yourself by holding on tighter. The snowman begins to slowly edge your sleigh down the hill. As he does, it gathers speed. With a tug of the rope, the snowman lets go, and you descend with speed to the bottom. You feel alive, full of vigor, enjoying every second. The snowman meets you at the bottom of the hill, and once again pulls your sleigh across the field. He takes you back to the garden and picks up the ice skates that lay on the snow-covered lawn. Raising them into the air, he runs back to you. Placing the skates in your sleigh, he once again pulls you across the field. As you travel across the land, the crisp air awakens your very essence. The sights you see are of beauty in a magical and playful sense. Everything shimmering like crystals in the white glow of the moon. It feels like it is only you, the snowman, and the wildlife around that exist. In this moment, your cares are far away and not of any worry at all. Gliding through the snow, you see the snowman has pulled your sleigh to the edge of a frozen lake. The snowman places the reins down on the floor and walks on to the thick, icy surface. He begins to skate around, as if dancing, twirling, swapping from foot to another in a coordinated fashion. As he skates around on the ice, you watch his silhouette in the clear moonlight. Turning to you, he waves you onto this natural rink. You both smile at each other as you place your skates on your feet. Comfy, secure and ready, you take the snowman's hand as he guides you onto the slippery surface of the frozen lake. Slowly and surely, you gather your balance as the man of snow helps you along. Gliding your way around, the snowman lets go of your hand as you skate on the ice by yourself. As you slide and glide, you twist and turn. Looking back at the snowman, he warmly smiles as you enjoy every slide your feet performs. Hearing a clap, you see that the snowman joins you at your side. Almost like dancing, the two of you perform for the wildlife that has followed you and the winter's night scenery. Squawks, hoots and squeaks can be heard from all the animals that now surround the frozen lake, watching you and the snowman bring life to this still body of normally flowing water. As you continue to dance in the moonlight, you look towards the sky and see that there is a yellow, orange and red glow. What you see is the Aurora Borealis. You stop skating and sit at the lake's edge with the snowman, watching the night sky ripple with colours that you have never seen before. Your eyes light up, your heart filling with a happy feeling of emotion within. Everything starts to slow down as you now take time to take in everything you see. Have a moment for yourself to see things that maybe perhaps you haven't felt or seen in a while. This moment is filled with happiness, playfulness, and life. Now very peaceful, content and relaxed, the snowman points towards the colour-filled sky as he smiles at you. You look to where he is pointing. As your eyes focus, you see a smaller, more concentrated colour trail, and as you look closer and more intent, you can make out the outline of a few deer, or reindeer, and a sleigh behind, and it dawns on you that you are in fact watching Santa Claus travel across the Christmas sky. The snowman looks at you and points towards the sleigh, almost in a hurried way. You quickly enter the sleigh, and the snowman begins to pull you, running faster and faster. He gathers speed. The wildlife that has followed you trail behind. Almost like following Santa as he rides across the Christmas sky, your sleigh gathers more and more speed as the snowman pulls faster and faster. Making it back to the cottage, the snowman once again lets go of the reins and stands where you built him. You look at him, knowing that you must now go inside. You silently have a knowing of what you and the snowman must do. The snowman smiles one last time as he waves you into the cottage. You wave back and enter the warm heat. Closing the door behind you, the waft of warmth can be felt on your face and fingers. Quite tired from your journey outside and your snowy adventure, you sit in the armchair next to the open fire. You place the blanket that lays next to the chair and make yourself comfy, sinking deeper as you relax more and more. Your eyes already heavy from the excitement of the night, you close them as you recall the memorable moments you had with the wildlife and the snowman. Your eyes heavier with each and every breath, you are sent deeper, warmer and heavier into the chair. Your head rests back easily and your feet sink downwards. With each and every breath that you automatically take, your breaths become deeper and longer. As you relax more and more, you become sleepier and sleepier, entering a deep sleep. You let go and just relax. As you go deeper, you begin to see the outline of a snowy figure in your mind. It's the snowman. He waves with a smile and points to the Christmas tree that is next to you. In this pleasant and happy dream, you see that there is a present underneath the tree. Somehow knowing that this present is for you, and from the snowman, you reach for the paper box gift. Untying the bow and lifting the lid, you see that there is a snow globe inside. Lifting the globe out of the box, you give it a quick shake. A downscaled version of the cottage, the wildlife, and the snowman lives inside this glassy winter wonderland. The snow begins to fall as you stop shaking it, and you see that in fact you yourself are included as a figure smiling next to the snowman. There is also a letter inside the box. You unfold the paper and read the well-written handwriting. It reads, "You are special. There is always that child inside yourself. There is always fun to be had in living, and peace from being one with all that is around. Never forget this. I may merely be a snowman, but I am a mirror image of the positive and life-fulfilling energy you hold inside. Yours lovingly, the Snowman." As you finish reading the letter, you realize what the snowman has sent you. He has given you a gift that cannot be seen, heard, or physically felt, but only understood from within. His meaning is deep and helpful. He wants you to remember the good times, live for the moment, smile in the face of adversity, and be the person you are without compromise. As you take in the words on the paper, you gaze back at the globe where the snow still falls. Your eyes become heavier and heavier as you begin to drift off. Heavier and heavier, deeper and deeper. You relax into a positive and comfortable deep sleep.